think AMD is probably feeling pretty smug right about now.
Well, not really,
Ish.
right? I mean, there's a couple of asterisks to this thing, but yeah.
I mean, they beat
Oh,
earnings or they beat estimates. Intel's over here
yeah,
apparently
but they
cutting
also said
401k
that next
match.
month they're not going to beat estimates. So, well, I guess by adjusting it now, maybe they still can. I don't know. Anyway, yes, I think they had a one-time reporting bonus on something, and then of course their data center chips did pretty well. What's the thing? I can't find it. I don't know. There was some kind of a one-time accounting adjustment.
We all like accounting
I
adjustments.
would love
unless
to
they're
make a
against
one-time
us.
accounting adjustment to the tune of about $2 million, and then
If I could just
that'd be nice.
add a couple zeros to the end of the bank account,
Mm-hmm.
you would never hear from me again.
I know. I know. Well, you would hear from me occasionally, just for bragging purposes.
Yeah,
I mean,
like, look where I. It'd be just a series of calls about every 3 months. Look where I am now. It'd be a picture
right.
and
It's
slam.
just a picture
and
of
a phone
feet
call.
on a beach somewhere.
It's good to know our hearts are in the right place. So apparently, this had been rumored for a while, but Microsoft's going to be making Microsoft/343/Halo has realized that their in-house engine is a dumpster fire, can't be resurrected, and they're just going to go to Unreal.
This came up before, and I
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the context of it or when it would have been, but yeah, I mean, this is you know what? In fact, I remember the way I would have described this. I would have said something like, "This is like standardizing on the Chromium browser engine because it just works and it whatever, and you can attract more talent more easily, that kind of thing." I mean, the only thing I would say in defense of Halo Infinite and its graphics, and I think this was the point, is that it looks like Halo, right?
Yep.
Like it has that unique kind of Halo-ness to it, if that makes any sense. But yeah, anyway, but anytime you take a tough bite like this, you're setting yourself back years, right?
Yep.
So I don't know what this means to the future of the current game, and I don't know
I'm
what
not
this
thinking
means
it means a lot of good things.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
in other words, yeah, you're going to spend a lot of time learning this new engine and moving to this new engine and working on the next game. And I think we can all agree that Microsoft does have a good history of updating games over time, but you have to be a little bit worried about what that means for this one, because the team has just been reduced dramatically through layoffs, and now they have this new focus. And it's like, okay, well, I don't know. Do you think there are enough people out there to care at this point? I don't know.
I don't know. I think they will be able to move faster. I think it's the right move, by all means. I mean, it solves all their problems except for their old game isn't written on the engine. So once they get over that hurdle, it should make their lives a lot easier, but it's not going to be quick or easy.
Yeah, like they can't replace the engine in the existing
No,
game. Like this is a new game. Like
Right.
it's yeah.
They're not
I
going
don't
to come
know.
out with
Do
season
people
4
wake up every day?
Halo Infinite on Unreal. Like, that's not how it's going to work. Like, it's got to be a new game
yeah.
from the ground up. So
I don't know what the audience is for Halo right now. Halo Infinite in particular.
it's low. So one of the arguments, at least for a while, why they never did this was like, you'll lose that feel that you're talking about. Well, the reality is, Paul, like, nobody's playing Halo Infinite, so they've proven that look and feel doesn't matter anymore. I mean, if it did, everybody would be playing.
Yeah, but what are the reasons? I mean, I think the game looks good. I just I don't know. There's a I don't know. Halo lost me. I mean, 4 and 5, I just nothing. This game, in some ways, I feel like the campaign was kind of a cool return to form.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, look, any criticism I would give of any video game is always caveated by the fact that I play the most repetitive nonsense on earth every year after year after year. So, what am I talking about? But then again, there's an addictive nature to Call of Duty that it does well for the company. I'm not saying it's good, health from a health perspective, but Halo kind of lacks that. My feeling going into it was like, oh yeah, look at this, it's Halo.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, but it was just a shallow pond of content, and that was the problem.
Yeah, well, right. So they underdelivered and took too much time to deliver it, and then they slowly started petering out features, and then they started scaling back what they were going to do.
Yep.
You know, it's yeah, it's kind of the opposite of what you're looking for when it comes to the supporting a title. It makes me wonder. In fact, I don't know if I ever wrote this. Before the most recent news about them maybe adopting Unreal Tournament or Unreal Engine.
Unreal Tournament.
I should adopt that too. That was a good game. I had started writing and may still write something like something to the tune of, I don't understand why 343 is still a thing. Like, take it away. You know, and what I wanted to do, what I might still do this, is kind of go back and look like Call of Duty became big enough that they had annual releases. It was no way that a single game studio could release all of those. There was a weird period of time where there were two, and Infinity Ward was the really good one, and Treyarch was the bad one. But then Treyarch got really good, probably with Black Ops. I don't remember exactly. And then we had like two really good studios, maybe. Now there are three.
Yeah.
And now they're not doing it every year. Anyway, I feel like there's a history there that maybe Halo could learn from. They have to pick a mode here. I think the era, especially in Xbox Game Pass, the era of these big bang Halo releases every 5 years or whatever is over, or should be over. Like, they need to rethink their like release schedule and how they do things like that. You know, shipping a big game and then sort of keeping it updated for a little while, like a year or two. Maybe that's not the right approach, you know, which, you know, Call of Duty is just about to enter into, by the way. That's what they're switching to for now, anyway. I don't know. Anyway, there's a lot of questions here. I think that's the point. I mean, I don't know that anyone has the answer. I don't think anyone can look at this and say this is going to fix this, but I think there's a lot of things that need to be fixed. It's an iconic franchise. I mean, it's
got a lot of nostalgia, but they haven't been.
I know, but it needs. Yeah,
themselves.
Right, exactly. I have a lot of nostalgia for Call of Duty 2, which was a great game, but that doesn't mean I want to keep playing it, you know, year after year after year. Right. Anyway, yes, we'll see. We'll see what they do. I know.
Yep.
Like
Speaking
I said,
of Call of
questions.
Duty, for those who care, they unveiled the Resurgence map, which will come with Season 2, which will come on February 15th, which...
And this is the Warzone map, right?
Yeah, well, so there's two like modes of Warzone. Like, there's the classic one where it's the huge map and it takes 20, 30 minutes to play around. Then there's the Resurgence mode, which I actually think you would like, Paul. So when you die, you just drop right back in. And so you just keep kind of like cycling until like a certain amount of time passes, and then it's when you die, you're dead. But it really... It's a fast-paced game version of Battle Royale. Which,
so this is available now, but there's going to be a new map.
the 15th. So
okay, so this is Season 2.
Yes, Season 2 on the 15th, and then it'll have the new map, which should be fun. So,
okay.
And then I also played that. I did play Age of Empires yesterday. I will tell you that if you've never played it, it's worth playing on the console. They did a fantastic job with the controller. Just make sure you go through. There's a tutorial, like an onboarding thing. Make sure you go through that, and then the controls are actually really good. So
good,
because I was, it's an RTS on a console. Like it's, I
know,
but I think they did a really good job.
Yeah, hey, why not? Hey, there was a point in time where the notion of a third-party shooter on a console didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
A flight simulator, right, is another one. Like, you would never think
Flight
this
Sim's
could ever.
Still poking around in Game Pass and everything else, and they dropped Hi-Fi. They dropped a lot of content lately. I mean, just this week was.
I feel like that's another big story with Xbox right now. You know, the 2022 thing was like not enough big releases. You know, meaning no big releases, if I'm not mistaken. But and pledges to fix that. And I feel like they're overcompensating a little bit right now, like by announcing so much stuff. Like if you follow Xbox Wire or whatever, it's just like a constant cavalcade of game releases and information about games. And anyway, it's okay.
That was 2020, 2023. Looks like it's going to be jam-packed. And then I guess 2024 will be a desert island again or something.
Sure.
Remember when 2023 was great?
We can get the new Halo that looks nothing like the old Halo.
Oh, God.
Hey, whatever. There's a whole universe there. Have fun with it.